सीएम मान ਦੇ ਫਲਾਈਟ ਵਿਵਾਦ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਸੂਬੇ ਦੀ ਸਿਆਸਤ ਪੱਖੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਇਸ ਮਾਮਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਕੇਂਦਰੀ ਹਵਾਬਾਜ਼ੀ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਜੋਤੀਰਾਦਿੱਤਿਆ ਸਿੰਧਿਆ ਦਾ ਬਿਆਨ ਵੀ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਆਇਆ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਮਾਮਲੇ ਦੀ ਜਾਂਚ ਹੋਵੇਗੀ ਅਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ 에ਅਰਲਾਈਨਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਸ ਪੂਰੇ ਮਾਮਲੇ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਵੇਰਵੇ ਲੈ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਬਿਆਨ ਵੀ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਆਇਆ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਕੁਝ ਦਿਨ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸੀਐਮ ਭਗਵੰਤ ਮਾਨ ਜਰਮਨੀ ਦੌਰੇ ਤੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਤਾਂ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਵਾਪਸੀ ਵੇਲੇ ਇਹ ਪੂਰਾ ਮਸਲਾ ਭਖਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਪਾਸੇ ਵਿਰੋਧੀ ਧਿਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਸੀਐਮ ਭਗਵੰਤ ਮਾਨ ਨੂੰ ਘੇਰਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ। ਹਾਲਾਂਕਿ ਜੇਕਰ ਆਪ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵੱਖ-ਵੱਖ ਬੁਲਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਇਸ ਮਸਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ ਕਾਨਫਰੰਸ ਵੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਆ, ਸਪਸ਼ਟੀਕਰਨ ਵੀ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਗਏ ਕਿ ਸੀਐਮ ਭਗਵੰਤ ਮਾਨ ਦੀ ਸਿਹਤ ਠੀਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ, ਇਸੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹ ਲੇਟ ਹੋ ਗਏ। ਪਰ ਦੂਸਰੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਵਿਰੋਧੀ ਧਿਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਵੱਖੋ-ਵੱਖ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇਲਜ਼ਾਮ ਉਹ ਲਗਾਏ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਤਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਇਸ ਮਾਮਲੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੇਂਦਰੀ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਜੋਤੀਰਾਦਿੱਤਿਆ ਸਿੰਧਿਆ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਬਿਆਨ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਆਇਆ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਇਹ ਪੂਰਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮਸਲਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਵਿਦੇਸ਼ ਦੀ ਧਰਤੀ ਤੇ ਹੋਇਆ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਜੋ ਲੁਫਤਾਂਸਾ 에ਅਰਲਾਈਨਸ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਪੂਰਾ ਵੇਰਵੇ ਲੈ ਰਹੇ ਆਖਿਰਕਾਰ ਹੋਇਆ ਕੀ ਸੀਗਾ ਇਸ ਪੂਰੇ ਦਿਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਹਾਲਾਂਕਿ ਜੇਕਰ 에ਅਰਲਾਈਨਸ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਉਸ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬਿਆਨ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਆਉਂਦਾ, ਪਰ ਜੇਕਰ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਵੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੀ ਤਾਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਿਆਸਤ ਉਹ ਗਰਮਾਈ ਹੋਈ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਵਿਰੋਧੀ ਧਿਰ ਦੇ ਨੇਤਾ ਪ੍ਰਤਾਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਬਾਜਵਾ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਵੀ ਚਿੱਠੀ ਲਿਖੀ ਗਈ ਸੀ ਕੇਂਦਰੀ ਹਵਾਬਾਜ਼ੀ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਪੂਰੇ ਮਾਮਲੇ ਦੀ ਜਾਂਚ ਹੋਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਜਾਂਚ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਦਿਖਾਈ ਦੇ ਰਹੀ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਜੋ ਬਿਆਨ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਆਇਆ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਬਿਆਨ ਸੁਣੋ।
On international soil in Germany, we'll have to make sure that we verify the facts, and it is up to Lufthansa and the international airline to provide that data. I will certainly, based on the request that has been sent to me, I will certainly look into it.
So one question on the issue of cuts that are being considered by the government in export duties for iron and steel intermediates.
I had mentioned this to you all that this is certainly something that is under active study by my department as well as the government. We are certainly discussing this at the highest level. When a decision is taken on this, you shall be the first to be informed.
So regarding the similar issue of import duties being required to cut down on, especially on key inputs, whether that's magnesium or natural gas, custom or natural gas, is that also something being considered?
I have, through my advisory committee in the steel ministry, and as you're aware, I've set up 2 advisory committees, one for the integrated steel producers and the second for the secondary steel industry. I'm actively engaging with both of them. We have formulated issues that need to be looked at, both at the ISP level and the SSI level. I'm in the process of writing to my colleagues on these issues. We will certainly deliberate it and take a judicious decision in the near future.
So regarding the Made in India brand steel that you have discussed on the stage, I would like to understand that so far what is the progress to you are talking with the stakeholders?
As I've mentioned that we work as a collective and I am working with both the ISP committee as well as the SSI committee to put in place the parameters that we need to look at to ensure that quality is not diluted when we promote the Made in India brand. That Made in India brand must have certain minimum parameters that we look at, and I think that it's important that we formulate those minimum parameters both with the ISP sector as well as the SSI sector. This is something that I have seeded with them in the last 2 meetings that we have had. We will now set up a subcommittee of these committees that will work with my ministry as well as with the BIS, Bureau of Industrial Standards, to be able to come up with what those parameters will be, and then we will also coordinate as required with the Ministry of Commerce and Industry to make sure that on the export front we are able to put forward a very solid footing for a Made in India brand for the steel industry as well.
So you have written to the Finance Ministry in favor of removal of the duty?
I have written to the Finance Ministry on a number of issues that are facing the steel industry, and as I mentioned to your colleague, I will be in discussions with the Finance Ministry, and based on those discussions, the government will take a considered view on all those issues.
Sir, a delegation met you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Sorry?
Sir, a delegation met you in the morning, PMC delegation. What was the agenda, sir?
The agenda was with regard to civil aviation in the state of West Bengal. I have made it very clear that it is important that every state in India participates proactively in the rollout of civil aviation across the country. The members also expressed their desire for development of a number of airports. With regard to each airport, we have had a very detailed discussion as to the steps that the government of West Bengal, needs to take to be able to expand those airports. Some that are now in the hands of the government of West Bengal, such as Malda and Balurghat. Some that are with the Airports Authority of India, such as Cooch Behar, but we require assistance from the government of West Bengal with regard to land and such other issues to be able to develop that further. As far as the Kolkata airport is concerned, we have a very aggressive expansion plan already in place, which I have already discussed with you. We are taking capacity from 26 million today to 37.5 million in phase 1, and we will further increase that to close to around 45 million when we look at phase 2. Right now we are only looking at phase 1. We've already also put in major infrastructure spend with regard to the ATC tower and other facilities at Kolkata airport. So we are looking at taking this together, and I look forward to the proposals from the West Bengal government. I've also requested them to certainly lower the VAT on ATF, which is at a very high level of 25% in West Bengal. As you are aware, almost 16 states have moved to a lower regime of 1 to 4%, and so we have 28 states in India that today are between 1 to 4%, and only 8 states left that are between the 20 to 30% bracket. And so therefore I have fervently requested them that if they lower their VAT on ATF, it will help in providing greater connectivity to West Bengal, and also maybe an opportunity of greater refueling. And therefore, with a lower tax rate, you may get the same amount or even higher revenue by greater amount of refueling, like we have experienced in Srinagar airport, where refueling went up by 360% 2 weeks after lowering of VAT on ATF.